What's up, you guys? It's Team Honest here, and today I have a deck profile on what I'm using for the October 2014 format. So what I'm running is Madolche. So why I chose Madolche? Pretty much, since everybody's running Sighting in Shadow Imprisoning and Light Imprisoning Mirrors, it's pretty hard to run anything else that isn't Light and Dark. So like a lot of light decks and dark decks that are not so good as Shaddolls and all that stuff. They suffer from this because the top decks are light and dark. So, but I chose this because it's Earth, and a lot of people don't expect these, and these are pretty deadly, especially if the person that you're playing lets the combos go off, then they pretty much are screwing themselves over and are gonna get OTK'd and screwed. And since people don't expect them, they don't really have too much to side against them, and it's pretty much an easy win if you can pull the combos off and you play your spells and traps right. So here we go. Starting off the deck, I run 3 Madolche Mageline. So she's a Stratos. You run 3 of them. She searches herself, and why would you not run her? She's too good. Next, following that is 3 Madolche Angeli. If you open up Angeli and you go first, losing card advantage isn't a problem with her because she tributes herself, gets Hoot Cake, and then Hoot Cake banishes her. And then you get a Messenger Lotto, and then you can search for any speller trap that becomes Madolche, any Madolche speller trap. So you go +2 off of 1 card. So going first doesn't matter. Following that is 2 Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake, pretty much his effect, banish 1 monster from your grave and special summon 1 Madolche from your deck. And usually the main guy you want to go for is Messenger Lotto, because Messenger Lotto, I run 2 of them. When he is special summoning, you control a beast Madolche monster. He searches for any Madolche spell or trap, so you go plus. But he's mostly your main target, but you can also go for any other Madolche that you need. Following that is 2 Mewtwo. Mewtwo, if you open up with Mewtwo and Angela, you pretty much have the game if they don't stop your play. But if they do, then you're pretty much gonna end up with either a lonely Mewtwo by himself or just a Torrential or just whatever trap they have to stop you. Okay, so following next, that's all the Madolche monsters. Following next is 2 Ice and 2 Fire. The reason for this is Madolche suffer from one thing, and they suffer from Back Row and Kaiser Coliseum and Vanity's Emptiness. They suffer from all that. But these cards alone can get rid of those problematic cards by destroying things for me. So they destroy Back Row and they destroy monsters. Because Madolche aren't the strongest little guys ever, so these hands sometimes get those problems out of here. So yeah, they do a lot of work, and they also become live for Hoot Cake to banish if they're in the grave. So Hoot Cake can just banish them, and then I can just plus off of them. Following that is Effect Veiler. The reason I run Effect Veiler is because a lot of things rely on their effects these days. Tour Guide, you just Effect Veiler a Tour Guide. You Effect Veiler a Dante, or anything that involves an effect that will make them go off. Just stops them in their tracks, and that's why 2 Effect Veilers. And it also becomes live for Hoot Cake to banish, and then you use his effect, and you go off. That's all the monsters. Following that is the spells. I only run 2 Madolche Chateau. 3 is a little cloggy. Madolche Chateau gives everybody an extra boost. All the Madolche monsters an extra boost of 500. So Madolche Messenger Lotto becomes a 21 beater. Hookay becomes a 2000 beater, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Following that is 1 ticket. I only run 1 ticket because sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you only need that 1, and you can search it off with Messenger Lotto. So running 2 isn't really that much of a necessity, but you do need 2 Chateaus just because you do need to give them the extra boost. Following next is 3 MST, just because Madolche suffer from back row hate, so you got to get rid of the back row hate. Following your 101s, you have Mind Control. Mind Control is so good against Boojins or anything that has Kaiser Coliseum. You just take the level 3 or level 4, and Madolche can just use that to their advantage. Following that, one Book of Moon. Book of Moon, you know, standard. It's so good. Why would you not run it? Going into the traps. Traps are a little unique, so let's go. You have 3D Prism to get rid of your Shaddolls, because you don't want to give Shaddolls, the Shaddol monsters, their pluses and get their spell back, because otherwise that screws you over. One Mirror Force. I only run one just because it's giggly, because people don't expect you to run Mirror Force, but if they run into it, they run into it, and it's hilarious because they don't expect it. Next is Trap Stun, 2 Trap Stuns, because this deck does OTK, and having this card just allows you a safety net so you don't get screwed over with a Torrential or a Vanities or something. And it also negates Vanities if it's on the field, so if they have Vanities, you can just flip this, and the Vanities becomes dead, so you can actually special summon. Yeah, just letting you guys know that. Wiretap, just because Wiretap, sometimes it's really necessity, it's very key sometimes. Wiretap can stop Vanities, it can stop Royal Decree, it can stop all that just sometimes screws you over. Following the 101s, you have Solemn, Compulse, Torrential, and yeah, just standard things. I only run one Madolche Palooza just because you don't need more than 2. If you run more than 1, it gets cloggy. You can search this with Messenger Lotto, so you can actually search it whenever you need it. And following more effect negation is breakthrough skills, just because effects are very important in this format. That was the main deck. Now time for the extra. The extra. So I run 2 Madolche Queen Tiramisus. She's pretty much the key monster of the deck. She doesn't target. Her effect is pretty cool. If you guys don't know it, you should search it up. Because if you guys are here, then you guys should already kind of know what she does. So I only run 1 Castel. I'm thinking of bumping it up to 2 just because I run 2 101s. And sometimes these 101s can become dead, and like they're not that useful anymore, and mostly Castel is more useful than a Shark these days now. Your 1 Exciton. I hardly go into Exciton just because I mostly have field control most of the time, and I actually might want to take this out, but at the same time I don't, because there will be times where you will get screwed over, and this is the only thing that can help you at one time. Ragnarok, you know, because Fire Fist are going to be relevant now, so, you know, Fire Fist and Boojin, screw all of them. Number 50, Black Ship of Corn. 1 Maystroke. 1 Gaga Cowboy. 1 Crazy Box for skill drain and all that stuff. 1 Invoker, you know, so good. 1 Hardline Draco, just because he's a bitch, especially if you have Madolche ticket. It's hilarious. And 2 Levier, the Sea Dragon, so you can get anything that you banished with Hoot Cake effect, or, you know, that's pretty much it. Alright, moving on to the side. This is my side deck, so yes, here we go. Is it all in order? Yes, it is. Alright, for the monsters, I run 2 Flying Sea, just because, you know, Burning Abyss is a thing, and, you know, Flying Sea can stop those nasty plays that they can come up with. Just screw that up. Next is 2 Prohibitions, just because Prohibition, you can just call out anything and they can't play it. So yeah, it's just a key card. It's just a good card in general. Next is 3 Shadow. As I said before, everybody fucking runs Shadow and Light Imprisoning, so yes. Following the Shadow are the 3 Light. 3 Light. I run side end 2 Dust Tornado just because when you have decks like Boojin and what's the other one? I forgot another deck. Like things that run back row, especially if you're running if you're facing Fire Fist, these can become really good, so you can get rid of their tankies, because, you know, or like their fire formations and stuff. That's pretty much it. And, you know, Madolches hate back row, so why not have more back row destruction? I would run 3 Vanities, but I only have 1, just because I refuse to pay $30 for a stupid card. So I run 1 Vanities and then the double Blackhorn. I would run 3 Vanities, and these would become Vanities, but, you know, sucks. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. That was my Madolche deck profile. If you guys enjoyed and would you like to see more deck profiles, I am actually, I have Fire Fist, Stella, and Boojin. If you guys would like to see any of those deck profiles, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more YouTube videos. So yeah, peace out, guys. Team Honest out.